call you car. Come on, Sula, what call you car? Watson Samia, what call you car? Watson Samia, what call you car? Yebe, what call you car? Yebe, what call you car? Yebe, what call you car? Wobo, what call you car? Aye, aye, what's up, man? Wobo, Black eye, black eye. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. What I? Haba, nankak. Oh, 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 no, I call you car. Come on, go to bar, I call you car. Parukas, no, I call you car. Come on, go to bar, I call you car. Watson's on me, I call you car. Watson's on me, I call you car. Parukas, no, I call you car. Mobile, I call you car. Dubai, I call you car. Nebe, I call you car.
Yan karşıma yani diye. Ana bitireler.
That background noise. Put it again, background
Nobody.
But there's a phone microphone in here.
You guys get me?
Okay.
We are live already. I see Dr. Tom. We are live already. We are live already.
Good evening.
Really?
I see Matt. Where's I'm not getting Dr. Tita.
I have difficulty logging in.
Dr. Tita, are you there? Dr. Tita, can you hear me? Fellow Ambazonians, while we wait for the others to join us, this is the and social service of the interim government. We have here a whole panel. That's their first appearance on ABC Amber Television since the appointment by by His Excellency Dr. Sako into office. And we are fully loaded because they are preparing for a wonderful program come December, I think December the 7th, which they will explain. Fellow Amazonians, today is another wonderful day, Amber Heroes Day, a day that was declared by our president, Dr. Samuel Sako, to honor our heroes, to honor our boys on ground zero, those who are dead and those who are alive. They mean a lot to us, and we believe we have to stand with them every given moment. So the panelists will introduce themselves. This is doing a wonderful, they've been doing, I mean, just marvelous, wonderful behind the scenes. And I've decided that no, you guys have to come and present yourself to the Amazonian people. So you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Please, can you introduce yourself? We'll begin with the lone lady on the panel for the moment. Are you getting me, Comrade Rachel?
Good evening, fellow
Mama Tima, are you getting me?
Ambazonians. I am getting you. I'm getting you 5 on 5, Comrade Paul. As you can see here, I am Rachelita Matima. I am the HSS representative for Austria, and at the same time, the prison coordinator in the HSS. I'm very happy to be here and pleased to see every one of us. The day is pregnant. The day is packed full. It is a very wonderful day, and we have lots of things to share to ourselves, to weep, to celebrate, to commemorate, to thank God for this wonderful day. For those of us that are still alive to witness this day, to fight through, to break through, to make it possible. I hope the events that are out here through the HSS, in the interim government, with Dr. Samuel Ikomesako, we have a lot of things to share with you. So please, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, brothers and sisters, stay tuned and be with us. Once more, happy Ambazonia National Heroes Day.
Thank you very much, Mama Rachel. I think so. Dr. Tom, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, good evening, fellow Ambazonians. I'm Tom Dula from Gogetunja County, and I'm the Under Secretary for Social Services at the HSS, the Department of Health and Social Services. I'm very happy to be on Amber TV today. It's equally a good day and a sad one. A happy one on the note that we are honoring our heroes. We are instilling hope into our people, and then telling them hope is coming, freedom is coming. A sad one that had to take this road of war declared upon us by the evil dictator Paul Biya 2 years ago. So our people were forced to take arms, take up, defend themselves. We of the Department of HSS, we do all we can to help our people in need. So I say today to all our people, to all our heroes, those that are bereaved, those that are hospitals, I tell them, thank you for your sacrifices. Happy Heroes Day.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
I think we also have the third panelist there, Dr. Fidelis. Are we there? Please, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm here. My name is Dr. Atiandro Fidelis. I am from Momo County, specifically from LGA. I'm the Undersecretary for Health at the Department of Health and Social Services. This department is a department that stands for the very foundation on which our department, this revolution lies or relies on. So we are here to actually present a grand agenda for the Ambazonian people, because we fully understand that all families in Ambazonians have been affected by this senseless war. I will not call it a war, but I'll call it a defense for the Ambazonian people. We have people in bushes, we have refugees in Nigeria, we have people suffering, wounded, people killed, and bereaved families are there. We need to help these people. And that is why the Department of Health and Social Services is here today to present a humanitarian effort which is intended to provide help to this multitude suffering in prisons, suffering in bushes, suffering in refugee camps in abject conditions. I want to take this opportunity to wish a happy Heroes Day to Ambazonians. We are alive today, and we are happy today, and we are here today because many people have made enormous sacrifice for this revolution. And we are here to recognize that. And the only way we can do that is to help those who are suffering, those who are in conditions that are deplorable. And that is the only way we can help. So we call on each and every one, wherever you are hiding, please come on board and join the crew so that we can help all these people. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. We thank the Ambazonia people for giving us this moment. I will begin. There's something, I don't know why we wait for the Secretary of State for HSS, Dr. Peter. I will dive into something. I've heard a word, prisons coordinator. Prisons coordinator, Mama Rashetima. What do you mean by prison coordinator? What is your role? And Sophia, what is your role as a prison coordinator?
The prison, talking about the prison coordinator, there's a lot of things that one has to consider. You know, since the war, even before the declaration of war that Mr. Paul Biya of La République du Cameroon declared on the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, where from the time our people, Dr. Bala, Dr. Fontem, and the rest were taken to Yaoundé, and several after, even before the war was declared, people were rampantly arrested, especially our young men and our fathers. They were arrested in several different quarters on the territory of Ambazonia, thinking that this is the generation that is going to stand up if something is not done. They thought it was their threat that they used to come through Calais, and when they will Calais some people, the rest of the population will back out, and this is how everything will go back to normal. Unfortunately, this time around, the crowd increased, and our people stood up to defend themselves. From the 22nd of September, many were arrested. They were taken to the famous Kundengi Central Prison. Many were arrested again on the 1st of October, distributed in all the prisons in Cameroon. Some were sent to Douala, some were sent into principal prison in Yaoundé, some in the Kundengi Central Prison, some were left in the territory of Ambazonia, in Bamenda, in Boya. Some were also transferred to Bafoussam. Some were left in our small prisons in our local government prisons, in our county prisons. So it has been a process where we all know that our brothers and sisters have been picked up either during defending themselves or randomly, or they were suspected for one thing or the other, or you just took the threat. Looking at it now, the prisons in La République du Cameroon in Kondengi is filled with our brothers. You know, the capacity of Yaoundé prisons, Kondengi Central prisons, is meant to be for 500 to 800 persons, but the number in there is about 5,000. We know the condition. They don't our people. They don't feed the people who are in prison. People are dumped there. They are abandoned. So the loving people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, knowing that we stood up for a just cause, we couldn't just abandon our people where they have been taken to. Our brotherly and sisterly love, our charitable, hospitable people that we are, we decided to be looking for our people. We searched for them. Those that were missing, we discovered that they were in Kondengi Central Prison. Some are in Principal Prison. And it has not been a day's job. It has been a day and night, long days and months and years work looking for who is missing. If you were not found dead, not declared dead, suspected that either you will be in one prison or the other. And at this point, there should be somebody somewhere connecting with people who are volunteers, people who are ready to stand up to face, to defend this human rights, humanitarian move for where their brothers and sisters are. So we are in a team looking for our missing brothers, and we discover that they are in prisons. If you are not in Kondengi Central Prison, you may be in Principal Central Prison, you may be in Douala New Bay Prison, you may be in Bafoussam Prison, you may be in Bamenda Prison, in Boya Prison, in Kumba Prison, in Manfe Prisons. So we cannot have a statistics without somebody coordinating this work from behind, somebody making sure that everybody. So when you talk of the director of the prison, it goes looking for where our brothers are. It goes to think of knowing what our brothers are feeding on, think of their sanitation, their health, and all these conditions. Make sure that they are not left out. In as much as we try, it is a very sad thing because we have many brothers and sisters who are in there that for 2 years or 3 years, languishing there in jail, one of these jail. The people of Ambazonia, the loving people, are doing all that they can to ask after their brothers and to think about their welfare, for which the Department of HSS has been doing a tremendous in partnership, each department with the other, looking and taking care of the people that are in prison. We work in a collaborative team where each person, each member in the house, we get information and say this person has been caught, this person has been taken, and there, bringing it and letting us in the prison department to start searching where has this person been taken to. So it is a thing that if our brother is not missing, that is in the bush or has been shot dead, we begin to think that that person might be in prison, and we start looking for that person. Thank you.
Okay. Please, you know, we don't have much time.
We don't have much.
You have to always try to summarize your answers so that we'll be able to, because I have a lot of questions to, a lot of clarification that you have to make on certain issues concerning this prison, because it is very, very sensitive. I'll go to Dr. Fidelis. What can you tell the Ambazonia people? What is HSS all about? What is the structure of HSS? How does it?
Okay, HHS means Department of Health and Social Services, and it is the melting house or melting pot of the Ambazonian struggle, which means that this department takes care of the humanitarian needs of the Ambazonian people who have been affected by a senseless war, which has rendered millions out of their homes, which means they have been sent out of their natural habitats, and now they are in strange habitats, in bushes, in the form of IDPs. And then we have those who have escaped to refugee camps in neighboring Nigeria. Millions and multitudes of thousands of people are there suffering in abject conditions. So what does HHS do for them? HHS work in collaboration with other non-governmental organizations to provide shelter, to provide food, to provide assistance in whatever way possible to keep them alive. The structure of HHS, Department of Health and Social Services, is led by Secretary of State, Dr. Tita, and then we have two undersecretaries, Dr. Atianjo, who is Undersecretary for Health, and Dr. Ndula, who is Undersecretary for Social Services. And then we have directorates who Ms. Mara Shea is Director of Prisons. She coordinates our prison efforts, and we are building a database on our prisoners. And then we have Mapo, who is also Director for Refugees. And she's also leading a coordinated effort by the Department of Health and Social Services to come out with the true figure of all refugees in Nigeria and also internally displaced Ambazonians. We have at the center of the department, I would call the machine of the department, that is the Chief of Staff, who runs the day-to-day activities of the department, collaborating with the undersecretaries and the Secretary of State and setting up the directorates, and so that information can easily flow within the department. We also have a treasurer who takes care of our finances. So HHS, how do they function? We depend on humanitarian help, donations from goodwill people to take care of business. We are not financially, we do not have a budget or money being funded by the government, but we are being funded by individuals who, from their free will, make donations to HSS. And then we take these donations in whatever form and then transmit it to our people, depending on their need. For those who need tents or shelters, we provide shelters to them. For those who need food, we provide food to them. And for those who need medications, we provide medications to them. So the effort of this department defines the very foundation on which we find ourselves today. Suffering is a problem. Even people in jail, they are all demanding, we need help. So today, the department came up with an agenda or a fundraising endeavor, which we are appealing to the general public to come in, cheap $1, cheap £1, cheap €1, and let us see how we can feed our people who are suffering in Nigeria, in prisons, and also back home in the country in displaced and abject conditions. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. That was a nice layout there. Dr. Tom, you're the Undersecretary for the Department of Social Services. Can you tell the Ambazonian people what is the social services all about? What services does your office render to the Ambazonian people?
Well, thank you for that question. Up to about some months ago, the Department of the HSS had just one undersecretary, and that was the undersecretary for Health and Social Services, and that was the person of Dr. Atianjo, who did a good job under former Secretary Kalesh, and is continuing now. And but the challenges were enormous. It's not only health issues that are being tackled, wounded, and or being operated upon in hospitals. Societal issues too come with it, the suffering of our people, how to really coordinate logistics to help them, and because we didn't foresee that the war would end soon. We thought, well, some weeks, some months. It is taking 3 years now. So we try to offer some help, to self-help, to, for example, to our refugees in on ground one in Nigeria, and try offering more help to our prisoners and our IDPs. So all that was too much for one undersecretary under the Secretary of State for HSS. So my department was then created, the sub-department of social services under the HSS. So in effect, actually assists in the health sector, and then take care of additional, like helping to see which NGOs they help to funds to relay cases to those who can help, and not that to instill into our refugees also, in the form of reminding them they are not there to stay where they are as refugees, to make them bring them up to date about what is happening, and I mean, make them know that is not the end. They are not there to remain there where they are. It is not permanent. They are coming back home, because we are very sure with the way things are going that victory will come our way. So we intertwine the Department of what we do now actually is CID dues, go on ambacitizens.org or .com, and then pay your CID dues, donate to your local government and your county, and help fund the government, and fund your counties and your LGAs, so that that help goes to those in need. And well, I mean, one would say our refugees are registered in Nigeria, for example, and they are being taken up by the UNHCR. Well, just in part, they are registered, they are given the basic needs to stay alive. But for things like going to hospital if somebody falls sick or has to be operated upon, you can't imagine a year a refugee is entitled to 750 nairas for hospital case. If you round it up, if you convert it, it's about $2. That's almost nothing. So those people really need our help. Everything that we can give them, everything that we can, the little help we can lay hands on. So it's that some cases we can't help, so we refer them to NGOs and to those help. And then the different HSS departments in the different countries, like HSS I'll just mention you HSS Italy, HSS Germany, HSS in the UK, and now in California. They have been of very big help to our refugees on ground one in Nigeria and to our prisoners and IDPs back home. So that's what I can say for now. Thank you.
Okay, social aspect on the ground. How to Fatima, we get a lot of complaints from the prisons. And you know, we are in the social media age. We want to see everything on social media. And we have hardly heard the prisoners coming out to say HSS has done this, HSS has done that. I don't know if you coordinating the prison is like it's a private, all your work, it's supposed to be private. Just like Jesus said, if you give what you give with your right hand, let the left hand not know. I don't know if that is how you operate. That is the first question before we take the rest, because we have not coming into office the appointment of this new HSS team. We have not heard anything from the prisons. We have not heard. We only hear them complaining. So we only hear complaining. We are not this, we are not that. So can you tell the Ambazonia people, what are you people really doing at this level?
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Paul. Thank you for that question. It is a very technical question, but I would do my best to present it in a way that people will not misunderstand, or will not be cut short, or our expectations shall be met. The point is, the HSS, we all know the drama, the scenario that we are all confronted with. As you rightly said, giving with your right hand, the left hand shouldn't know what you are giving. It's a principle that very well. And sometimes when you are doing good works, you will normally like to keep a very low profile, because those in prison who are benefiting or who are receiving what they are to receive, they know what this HSS is doing for them in prison. It is not by shouting, it's not by complaining that I have food today, I do not have food tomorrow. It's a matter of coordinating, being on time, setting deadlines, and reporting your activities as it is in prison. For example, the prisons have been coordinated in such a way that those in prison themselves, our detainees, are supposed to come up with a working team. And each of these working team in each of these prisons are supposed to update those of us out here what they need, and for receive something, for how long they are supposed to use this thing. And you know where our people are. It is not a good thing for our hosts, let me say our hosts in La Republique prisons, to be welcoming us all the time, that we are coming to see people, we are coming to take care of our people. So at times we have to really keep a very low profile in everything we are doing, so that we do not jeopardize the chances that we have to reach to our people. So what works effectively well for us, and those in the prisons that coordinate with us, report to us when they need their basic needs, and when somebody is sick, critically sick, that needs our attention, they know that we respond. And this is the way. So for those that are complaining that we do not have, are those that have decided to stand outside. They have decided to become the prodigal children, not because they are not getting what they are supposed to get, but because they think it is their mandate to spoil, or to destroy, to sabotage, or to blackmail somebody who is doing a job perfectly well out there. And at times when they refuse, it is a twisted issue that, as I said before, that I hope that the response will meet the people. So that is why we are appealing that those who really want to feed the prisoners, to make the prisoners get what they really need, where they will be giving feedback of how their support to the prisoners has been met, they should consult the HSS. They should consult the HSS. For example, we are on here, a fund drive is going on online on most of platforms. If you think that you are willing to support the prisoners or the refugee or whatever arm of this, go directly into those accounts that have been put out there, make your support, your name will be taken up, and for sure a letter of acknowledgement will be given to you, and a report will come from that department, be it from prisons or from the refugees or IDPs, benefited from what you did for them. So those that go out that they are hungry, they are not doing anything, is because they have chosen to be where they have chosen to be, and their expectations have not been met, and they think that to destroy the work of those of us in HSS under Dr. Sako, that is trying to do our best to reach the people, think that begin to say we are hungry, it will go out there to meet the people, that this government is not doing anything for the people in prison. I have been there for all these years, and I know the reports. I have data, I have statistics of men and women that are being touched in there, and they appreciate it every day. Thank you.
You're welcome. We still have much to talk. I don't know, is Dr. Tita, are you getting me? Dr. Tita, are you getting me? Dr. Tita, are you there? Seems he still got problem connecting. Yes, Dr. Tita, are you getting me? Okay, then we'll continue with Dr. Fidelis. Dr. Fidelis, I hear you talk only about, before we go into the core of the program tonight, I hear you talk only about refugees. What do we talk about the internally displaced? Does yes, have any
Yes,
internally
thank you for
displaced?
that question. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for that question. And actually, in my last presentation, I spoke a little bit about, but let me tell you this. We are not only talking about refugees in Nigeria, we have our internally displaced given a very huge consideration when it comes to our agenda. First of all, these are people who have been displaced from their homes and they are living in bushes, and they are affected by a lot of problems. For instance, health, they do not have a place to live, and they also have this communal lifestyle that is prone to development of many diseases and outbreaks like cholera, or you can also have tuberculosis, and so on and so forth. So we as a department are actually working in collaboration with safe health centers. What I mean is safe places where we can coordinate and present some first aid equipment or materials which should be used on these people, because these people are constantly placed in conditions that they actually constitute nomads. They are nomadic. It means that they move from one place to another due to the fact that they are being chased from their home every time they go back to settle. So we have these. We coordinate with health officials who are located in safe spots, and then we provide them with first aid. We provide them with medications. we provide them with some materials that they can use on these people. And again, another point which most people have not noticed is that most of the teens who have gone into the bushes, they are pregnant. Now, some of them get pregnant there, and they deliver babies in some conditions that are very deplorable. So we also have an effort that is geared at providing some kind of training to those who are there in the bushes to provide safe delivery to our IDPs. Then another issue is that women always have suffered the most in situations like this, given their biology, their natural, their system. Like, for instance, there's an effort to produce reusable parts, which we plan as a department to sponsor so that we can provide these parts to the IDPs, especially those who are in the bushes. They use some kind of deplorable and materials to during their menstruation. So as a department, we think that if we sponsor the use or the production of reusable parts, that would be a very good endeavor to actually help our IDPs. So we have a catalog, a lot of points to things to provide to this population. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think Dr. Tita is here. Dr. Tita, are you getting me?
Yes, Comrade Paul. Sorry, we've been having a lot of technical issues here. Okay, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
The Secretary of State for Health and Social Services.
Yes, Comrade Paul, can you hear me?
Dr. Tita has a degree, a doctorate degree in pharmacy. I am getting you 5 on 5. So Dr. Tita has a doctorate degree in pharmacies, and he is a practicing pharmacist by profession. Dr. Tita is the founder and owner of Tita Healthcare Incorporated, currently registered in the United States, in the states of Florida, doing business as Advanced Care Pharmacy. Dr. Tita is also a licensed real estate broker, the owner of Tita Real Estate Services, registered in the state of Florida, doing business as Tita Realty. And Dr. Tita is also the grandson of the famous SN Tita, if I'm not mistaken. It is a pleasure.
Yes, thank you very much.
You on set today. I say congratulations for your appointment as the Secretary of State for HSS. You are welcome on set today. Please, can you greet the Ambazonian people? I've already said all about you. Just too committed. Can you just greet the Ambazonian people before we go into the business of the day?
Thank you very much, Comrade Paul. Thank you very much to all of our panel, the members of the department, the undersecretaries. Thank you very much, ABC, for accepting the Department of Health and Social Services to be on air today. Despite all the challenges that we have been facing technically, I'm so glad I have the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much to all of our viewers, the ABC supporters, all the supporters of this struggle. We are very, very, very excited as a department to be here today. Just because of the technical issues that we're facing, we had a package that we've prepared for you to really explain to you the details that we've been doing in the background and the team that has been working tremendously as far as your health and social services is concerned. You know, I'm very excited to be here today, Comrade Paul. Thank you very much again one more time for giving me the floor to just say a word. Thank you.
Okay, I will go straight to you because the others had already taken the first parts of their questions. Now, the HSS under your leadership has a new structure, has been restructured, having 2 undersecretaries. Now, coming into this very controversial, when I say controversial, it was because the former give any account of what she did as a Secretary of State for HSS, and now you came and inherited an on-account department. What was or what is at the moment your greatest challenge as the Secretary of State for HSS?
Yeah, thank you very much, Comrade Paul, for making that or bringing that out there. We've had a lot of challenges, especially after we got the appointment to lead the department. We've had a lot of challenges getting that information from the former Secretary of State for HSS. But one thing we've learned is that we're trying to fix the department now, and we're putting structures and systems in place where we transfer over to the next leaders of the department. We are fully aware that we are here to serve the
Okay, it seems as if doctor has break off again. I don't understand. Who is Dr. Tom? Are you getting me?
Yes, 5 on 5.
Okay. It seems as if Dr. Tita has break off again, but we hope we'll still get her. We'll still get him. Doctor, please, if you get me immediately, you let me know.
What happened for me? Never understand the thing I'm off.
Many outbreaks like cholera. Dr. Tom, now I want us at the level of the social services that you offer. We hear a lot of issue of promiscuity and waywardness in now we have a center. We talk mostly because the highest number of refugees are settled in Nigeria, around the Cross River states, Ogoja. How do you tackle this issue of promiscuity and waywardness? These are the social problems that are faced by the refugees at this moment. Promiscuity, because these girls, they want to they have to leave, they have to keep up, they have to buy dresses, they have to do this. They have to live like women. They want you to keep up to standard, and it forces them to go out and do sometimes terrible things. Last time I got a story of a young man who was sleeping with another man's wife. So these are problems that are common when refugees settle in a particular. What is your department doing to solve these social issues?
Yes, thank you very much, Comrade Paul. I think I missed the initial part of your statement due to technical issues. But what I want to say again, before I even go, I want to applaud you for picking up and carrying out that initiative that was, geared towards raising funds for girls and their parts and all of that. It really takes someone that's really committed to pick up an initiative at an individual level to support our people. Yes, education has been key. We are mostly focused on educating our people. We have days for girls there in ground one that's going around even providing reproductive health education alongside with our department. So we're working in collaborations with all of these NGOs to make sure that our people get the right education. Yes, we did get the complaint about the young man that you're talking about that was having a relationship. But our advice from the department has always been very simple. We are all refugees in a foreign land, and we have to respect the laws in that land. We have to respect the people, because the people are the ones that are taking care of us as refugees sitting down in Nigeria or in Ghana or in Togo, wherever you are, in Morocco. The people, we have to respect each other, and we have to respect the law. And we're thankful that this revolution is going at a fast pace, more than anyone had expected. So we do hope that our refugees are not going to be out for too long. It's going to be time when pretty soon for everyone to come home and let's run our country, build our country, and live the type of lifestyle that we would love to live. So, but from the department, we've made it an obligation to educate the people not to engage in any activities that is detrimental, that's going to be detrimental to them or to their health. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't know if I answered the question.
Okay, Dr. Tom. No, you are on call.
Yes, if I
But
could
now,
add,
is there an educational
yes.
team? Yes, Dr. Tom. Is there an educational team on the ground that goes around to constantly talk to these people, going from one camp to the other? Is there an educational team, Dr. Tondula?
Yes, thanks for that question. Well, there is actually an educational team. We have at least two comrades on ground one, who are responsible for that and who are doing a tremendous job. And they are also refugees, not only, I mean, trying to make ends meet, but taking their meager resources and traveling around with the little help they can get from us to help educate our other refugees, especially the vulnerable, the women, children, and the old and the sick. And they are the ones who refer cases to us. So they do educate our refugees on health hazards, on how to take care of themselves, not to contract sexually transmitted diseases, and especially for the girls, there are programs that they are being enrolled into. There are comrades like Comrade Shay Tata, who is doing a tremendous job there on ground one, and other names that I will not mention here for security reasons. There are people actually doing very good work, and there are people who, let me say, they are not affiliated to us, to the interim government, but they are also doing some good job there. We applaud everybody that is working there on behalf of all of our refugees, helping in whatever way they can. And there are NGOs too, whom we are in contact with, like the Babila Foundation and other NGOs that constantly help us. So there's education and sensitization about health issues comes not only from us, but from other sources, for which we are very thankful. So we were expecting a main man on ground one who would say more about that. Maybe he will later on still join in. Thank you.
Yes, I don't know if we have either Comrade Jude or Ma Rose. Any of them, I see one free bar, one free space. Is Comrade Jude or Ma Rose getting me? Are you on set? Please, Comrade Jude, if you are getting me, Ma Rose, if you are getting me, please you indicate. Now, before we go, do we center? We hear now there's another large settlement of Ambazonia in Mexico, in South America. Have the HSS team reached these people, or we just concentrate only on ground one? Because I know we have a large, another small portion in Ghana, but now after Nigeria, we know the next settlement, the next large settlement is Mexico, South America. Does the HSS has any contact on ground in South America for education, for assistance?
I think I could take that question if Dr. Ndula doesn't mind. I thank you very much, Comrade Paul, for bringing that out here, because the refugees, our brothers and sisters that are suffering as refugees, are all over the world. They're not only in Nigeria or Ghana or Togo or Morocco, even like Mexico, as you clearly stated. There are our brothers and sisters even in the Bahamas. So to be precise on your question, we've been struggling to get in touch with Mexico. I think we've even gone in touch with even the UNHCR representative in the Bahamas, you know, as the department, and we're following up with them, you know, communicating with them in regards to our people that are actually over there. In regards to Mexico, we've been looking. Honestly, we still haven't gotten in touch with them as of yet, but it will be a great opportunity for us to get in touch with them. Unless Dr. Ndula, has something to add in that aspect, but we're still working on it. I don't know if, but the last time I checked, we still hadn't gotten the update on the number yet or the contact person for UNHCR there. But I don't know if Dr. Ndula has anything else to add on that. Yes, Dr. Ndula.
Yes, for share not much data has been gotten. We still have to get details from our contact person there. So little is known about our refugees over there, but there are some who are there, not like in Nigeria or Ghana or Equatorial Guinea, other neighboring countries. But there are some there. So I can't really give any detailed information about that. But the bulk of our people are on ground one in Nigeria. And that's the place where we hear of many cases, and we've helped to treat many cases there with the help of other NGOs and HSS departments from other countries, mostly European countries, and from Australia also.
Okay. I think I have a small worry here. If this department, if Dr. Fidelis, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do have something to add here. Actually, about the situation of Mexico, it's really a very, very complicated situation because of the recent changes in the immigration law in the United States. Most of these people do not have a structure through which they flow like what was happening before the law. Actually, they get to Mexico and they use different routes to get to their destination, which is the United States Immigration Services. And we do not have that direct contact with the United States Immigration Services to actually get a head count or the number of refugees. But what I can tell you is that the difficulties we are facing is because of the lack of structure and the recent law, which has actually made them to not follow a certain path to the immigration. They have different routes which they take, and these are clandestine routes which we do not have any idea about. So that is why it is difficult for us to give you some kind of details as to what HHS has for them.
Yeah, what I was saying is like in Nigeria, like in ground one, we have one person there who is also a refugee, but he's coordinating, he's doing wonderful work, which in the days ahead I will publish what he has been doing for HSS. I mean, Comrade Jude is doing, I mean, marvelous work. The pictures, they are just there speaking for themselves. I was like, do we have a person in Mexico who is trying to like identify certain situations, certain cases, and relate it to because in every situation we must have desperate cases, like getting one person in Mexico where we have a huge number at the moment because Ambazonia had the largest number on in Mexico at the moment. So getting somebody like that to be related with the HSS team, that's one of my worries, which I see in our next outing. Please, I'll be very happy if we come out with a solution and a contact person, so that the HSS can give an account of at least any small Amazonians. Please, we don't have much time. Let us go into the main issue of the day, which is the operation. Is it operation what? Operation Feed Our Displaced Brothers and
No one is left without food for this Christmas. The department is working in collaboration with every NGO that is functioning in the ground or in ground zero to make sure that our people get food for Christmas. So we're going to make sure that we work in collaboration to decrease any waste, to make sure that every camp gets something to eat for Christmas. So today that is celebrated in the ground zero and all over.
Comrade Tima, are you getting me?
Sure.
Okay, whoever is getting me, please. How do we intend to raise funds for this project? What are the strategies to raise funds?
Okay, are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, if you can answer the question,
Hello?
no problem.
Okay, just like Dr. Tita rightly said, we have a drive to raise money in order to feed, to actually provide at least a meal to our displaced refugees, prisoners, and those in different countries during this Christmas season. Actually, there are many ways that we have actually place our cards. And the most important is we have actually put it out there on the different fora where information about our drive has been dissipated. And then we are also following up with the different LGAs. We send it to different LGAs. We send it to different counties and different groups that soliciting for members to donate freely. It's not like anything that is compulsory. We are putting any tax or any dues on any person. It's a free will donation. If you think you have a meal house during this Christmas, and you think of people who are suffering in as refugees, in IDPs, then it is time for us to actually chip in something to actually help these people. So we have an account that we have created through the Hope Relief Foundation. With a bank account in the United States, we have Bank of America. You can deposit the money there, free donate the money to that account. And then we also have Cash App account, and then we also have some other means by which you can. We have various country coordinators, and also our treasurer in Europe, in the UK. So there are different means by which people can make their donations, and we would really appreciate if they are able to send this money or make any contribution to these accounts. So we've actually diversified things and made things simple for everybody or any free will donor that has something to donate for the refugees.
Dr. Tita, what is our target? What is the target of this project? Because if you get the target, you know what you are expecting and the power of the drive. So what is the expected target? How many people do you intend to feed from this project?
The target is huge. I wish we were able to feed every refugee that's out there. Mindful of the fact that we have over 75,000 refugees currently in Nigeria. Mindful of the over 10,000 of our brothers and sisters sitting down in the prisons in La République du Cameroon. We started with the target of maybe raising up to 25,000 if we can get there to try and feed our people. Like from the launching, you can see how the numbers are growing. I think it started good today. We're getting some positive signs. Hopefully we can get there. We really want to feed everyone. But even the target that we put, I'm still thinking about it, might not even be enough to feed everyone. So I wish and I hope that our sisters are really going to come in and chip in. If we could raise even 50,000, and why not 100? Then I can guarantee that we can feed all of our refugees in Nigeria. We can feed all of our people in prisons. We can feed all of the people sitting down in the hospitals. You know, our brothers and sisters are suffering, and they really do need our help. Thank you. Dr. Ndula, do you want to add something, or Dr. Chanjo?
Yes, I would. Yeah, not really much. You've said much about it. It's just to say we are looking for people to help because our people are in need of everything. They are living on the basic minimum. If at all they have any roof over their head, at least for the refugees or some home, and those living in the bushes who cannot even be gotten to apart from through some family members. The situation is really, really bad. I mean, those of us out here in the diaspora can't really
Yeah.
relieve what they are going through. We can only imagine, we can only suspect. So we need every little cent and pound and dollar we can lay hand. So please donate, go to your account and pay your CID dues on www.ambacitizens.org or .com and go through the Hope Relief Foundation of HSS and give a donation. Please, I appeal to everybody, to every Ambazonian and to the whole world, people of goodwill, friends of Ambazonia, to give all they can. Our people are really suffering and dying. Thank you.
Dr. Fidelis, with the amount of
Yes.
Is it financial, the contributing contributing, how do I put it? There's a lot of congestion at the level of contribution. We have a lot of tasks. We have a lot. This one is county is asking CI, we have the CID, we have the ABC, we have our local other initiative in our local government at the county level. How do you think this one is going to succeed amidst all this financial, this contributing congestion that we have? Is there a different strategy, or is just this normal strategy that HSS intend to bring to the people, or is there something different, something convincing that will make people to know that they have to really
included in our form of all modalities in which we operate? Yes, we have a simple message to everybody. We want to feed the refugees. We want to feed all these people who are suffering, the internally displaced. It is left for the people see the need for us to use the machinery that we have put in place to actually feed these people. First of all, we already have one down zero at home to actually take care of situations like that. And then we have in other places. So now, in terms of you think all these contributions that we are making, if you really think about what those in prison are going through for your sake, if you really think about what ground one, if you think about the bushes and people in prisons, what they go through, then donate freely to the Department of Health and Social Services, and we are going to make good use of it and report to the donors how the money has been spent. That is the simple message we are providing to the people.
Dr. Tita, do you have anything to add before you answer this question? How will this isn't to be a fund? We've heard they said the link, it has been sent to all WhatsApp group, all WhatsApp forum. Will it just end like that, or is there
to feed our refugees, feed our brothers and sisters in prisons and IDPs? This project we carry on right now is the first project we've really officially carried out in the department, and is targeted towards Christmas, feeding our refugees towards Christmas and our prisoners and IDPs. Now, the needs of our people will not end there. So the department is going to be doing fund drives and fundraising, and people could contribute on that basis, to support the needs of our people. Just want to know, to call us at the department to find out, and we will give you cases. And one of the issues one of the things I want to say here clearly is that we have so many cases that are coming into the department. You don't necessarily, for this project, money has to come to the department. But for the cases that are happening, you don't necessarily have to send the money to a department. You can tell us what you want to do with the money, and we will tell you who to send your money to. So, or who on the ground or in the refugee camps to send your money to. So there is so many demand for all the women groups and all the groups we have out there. If you're willing to support, let us know, and we will tell you where we're having needs are required at the moment, and you could target you could send all the funds you have or the money you have towards that project to a representative on the ground that could take care of it, or to the family on the ground, or to the hospital, or to the sisters or to the reverend fathers or to the pastors. We could tell you a contact to them and you get in touch with them and you direct your money towards them. Our main objective is taking care of our people. Our people's health and
Yes.
safety is our priority in this department.
Okay, Doc, before we go now, are we going to have any official, maybe a Zoom sitting to raise funds, or maybe a come together somewhere to raise this fund for this project? Dr. Tom Dula, can you give us?
Yes, I think I said we're currently working on that, on setting up a Zoom fundraiser or Zoom fund drive. We have 2 weekends in December that we're looking into. At the moment, that's Saturday, December 7th and Saturday, December 14th. I think correct me if I miss anything here, Dr. Ndula and Dr. Tianjo. Yeah, we're looking into those weekends to do like a general worldwide fundraiser towards this project. But in the meantime, the fundraiser is officially open and the fund drive is open and anyone can just contribute directly, even before that date. Is that correct, Dr. Ndula?
Okay, Dr. Tom Dula, let me ask you this question.
Yes, quite correct. Quite correct. Just what
Dr. Tom, are you with
said.
us?
Hello? Are you getting me? Do you get me, Comrade Paul?
Yes, we are getting you. We are getting you. Yes, I'm getting you 5 on 5.
Okay, good. Yes, just to add to what Secretary of State Dita just said, as he said, on the 7th of December and on the 14th, we'll be having those drives, Zoom meetings for fundraising. And it is not just limited to the department. Everybody is called upon to do same privately at home. People can do it also at home. Anybody having a Zoom link, or you call around to your home, and then I'll be doing it after HSS. We do the departmental Zoom fundraising. So with a Zoom connection, I'll call people around. People will come to my place, and those who can't will log in through Zoom and then also donate. So we welcome any other additional avenues that people have that can help to do some fundraising, because we really need that money for our people, suffering people. We can never have enough. Thank you.
Okay, before I go to, I see Mama Rose. Mama Rose, can you get me?
Yes, I hear you, Comrade.
Mama Rose, okay, thank you. You're welcome on board. Please, can you just introduce yourself before we enter into the business of the day?
Thank you very much, Comrade. I'm not a tech IT person. I have some challenges sometimes with joining some of the Zoom meetings, but with the help of Dr. Tita, he helped me and I am here. So I just want to say thank you to all of you that have been working tirelessly behind the scene to put all these things together. I am here in California. I actually recently joined HSS in 2018. And California has done so well, in my opinion, with fundraising. So for the this project that is up now, where we help to our IDPs here in California, I met with Sister Emma in Delhi, and we are fundraising to support this course on the 14th. Like you all rightly said, it's a global fundraiser, and people are going to be doing it their own little way all over the world. So HSS California is also putting something together. We are going to be meeting in a home. We are doing our best to sensitize our community. Hopefully, we're going to raise some funds as we usually do, and that will be of help too. I know I can go on and on with so much that HSS California has been doing, but maybe I should give room for others to talk. So thank you very much. That's a little bit I can contribute as far as the upcoming fundraiser is concerned. I also made my pledge.
Okay, thank you very much.
For $500, and I'll be for sometime next week.
That is very, very wonderful.
Wonderful.
So we are using this opportunity to tell anybody who is ready, who will start on the project. Mama Rose has just done something. He has shocked us on set, pledging $500 for this project. So the line, it is open. Please, I'm calling on Comrade Clovis. Please, if you are there, our tireless technician, it's only God that will bless you. We cannot do you anything. We cannot give you anything. Only God that will bless you for the tremendous sacrifice that you make. At any hour we call you, you bring us on set. Martin, I'm missing. Martin, are you getting me?
Yes, work 5 on 5.
Martin, are you getting me? Martima, it seems she's having a difficult getting us. So I will take this question back to Dr. Tita. Dr. Tita, what is the budget of HSS? You inherited, you were appointed into this office. Sorry, I have to ask this question because we are always interested in money. What did you inherit this office with much millions for the Ambazonian people?
Sorry, you were breaking out there. I didn't get your question exactly. Can you repeat that, please?
Were you appointed and you inherited millions in this office as the HSS Secretary of State for HSS? How much did you inherit in this office?
I think we keep getting breaking out.
Me?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. So how have how have you guys been surviving? How have you to sustain this department up till now? And then we see the lot of work that you guys have been doing, which, like I said, in the days ahead, I will make a large publication on it on Facebook. How have you guys been coping? Raising funds by yourself or by NGOs? Have you been managing? Can the Ambazonia people be educated on this aspect?
Well, yes. We inherited actually empty coffers, as Secretary of State Dr. Tita just said, and we did our best to put our hands deep into our own pockets. Those who could help, some NGOs who also help, and the HSS of different countries like HSS Italy, HSS Germany, HSS California, and of UK too, and the Southern Cameroon's women in the UK. So there are groups which always came to our aid. What we could not do, we tried to get some NGOs on some Southern Cameroonian groups which could help. So that's how we've been surviving all these months. So of late, we made a directive that case, because how the dynamics is and how the monies come in, the counties and the LGAs is what we could get from ourselves, from our members in the department, and from some few NGOs and country HSS departments, which was not goes on. So we hope people will really donate. Even as we are speaking, we hope our payment options, which we forwarded, could be put on so that people seeing how they can donate. We have PayPal accounts, we have a Cash App account, a bank account also, through which people can donate money. So please do all you can, give all you can give, so that we put a smile on the faces of our people at this Christmas. Thank you.
Okay, that is wonderful. Comrade Marashel, are you getting me? Marashel, are you getting me? I can hear her speak, but she cannot get me. Mama Rose, are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you, comrade.
Okay, what plans do you have in America to raise funds for this particular project? We see what you already given us a synopsis of what you are doing in California, if I'm not mistaken. What extra plan are you doing? Are you cooking up to realize, to make this program successful, in to make this particular project, this particular fundraising successful in your area?
Wow. Well, like I said, we are trying to sensitize our population. We actually, for the first time, found a sponsor, an African American sponsor, who is willing to bring his people, Americans, to listen to us and to actually hear our plight of helping our internally displaced people. This sponsor is a humanitarian kind of a person, and we are hoping that for the first time, because they are joining us, they are going to spread the word to the American community out here in Los Angeles. And this was really short notice to us. And so we are thinking, hopefully, when we meet this time, we are going to come up with better plans for us. Like I said, we just joined HSS a year ago, and I know we made some successes by feeding or providing mattresses to our prisoners in the Douala New Bell prisons, in the Kondengi prisons last year, entering early this year. So we are really trying to see that as we go out there for this fundraiser on the 14th, we can raise some kind of reasonable amount. And one of the biggest things that I will say, anything extra, is just the fact that we got this sponsor who is an American, and he's willing to listen to us, and he wants to work with us. So I think that is something extra that we shall be experiencing this time, which we are very excited about. Thank you.
You are welcome. Comrade Rachel, are you getting me? Mama Tima. Oh, this is. Mama Tima, are you there? Mama Tima is not getting. Dr. Fidelis. Dr. Fidelis, are you getting
Yes.
me?
Yes, I'm getting you 5 on 5.
Okay. What extra push do we have for this program from you? What extra push? My problem is coming up with new ideas. There is something we discussed. Comrade Dr. Tom has highlighted a bit on it. Mama has also she's also talking about the 14, and Comrade Tom is talking of also inviting people, calling people. I think that is a strategy that we need to highlight on this platform. That each member of the HSS picks a particular day before or after the 7th or before the 7th to maybe 1 or 2 persons to sit in the house, educate, and then raise funds. What do you think about this idea?
I think that is an excellent idea to actually come out with modalities on how we can raise funds individually for the department. I particularly am planning that after the joint Zoom fundraising event, I would be inviting my friends for a cup of tea, and we will sit on a round table and I explain the situation to them, and we'll be able to chip in something that we can contribute to this endeavor. And then I'll also initiate calls to people, and as we know, we all have jobs. I have my friends who are dedicated, who might not be able to show up at my residence, but I would like them to actually spread the word, go to their job site, explain the situation of the Ambazonia people, and they can gather some money from there. And that is how we can collectively raise money to meet our goal of feeding our refugees and the prisoners as well as the IDPs.
Is that an advice you are giving, a strategy you are giving to the Ambazonian people? Is just a personal suggestion you are making to yourself?
It is a piece of advice I'm giving people, and also a strategy which I'm going to use personally to raise money. I need to invite my friends, make a deal. We sit down, we talk about things, and then I solicit for funds from them. Then I'm also going to call my friends who will not be able to make it there to actually go out there and spread the news to their environment. You might go, for instance, you go to work, you meet some other colleague, you say, you know, there's a situation in Cameroon. This is my $10 I'm contributing. Does any of you have $1 to add to this? And people would surely do that. And if this money comes in, you know, little drops from an ocean. So we believe that whatever contribution comes in, through whatever means, we will be able to put in something and be able to meet our goal. That is a piece of advice to people, and that is a strategy that I'm going to use.
That is wonderful. Is Dr. Tita still with us? Is the boss of the HSS still with us?
Yeah, we are here.
Yes.
Okay.
We are here.
Sure.
It seems as if we're having a small problem with connection. Mama Tima has not. She has not spoken since. Mama Tima, are you getting me?
I have been. Yes, I have been having problems checking in and out and trying to reconnect until just now that I got a new password. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Now I'm getting you 5 on 5. We have a major online fundraising for this project on the 7th, which is at the next Saturday. Saturday, on the Saturday the 7th, we have an online Zoom to raise funds for the feed our brothers and sisters who are internally displaced, refugees, prisoners. What as a finance mobilization specialist, What advice give or strategy will you advise Ambazonians for this particular project to assist the HSS? Because it is not only the HSS that we think will raise this fund. We are also the HSS also want to reach to other families, to other organizations. What strategy will you tell them, will you give them to assist the HSS in this project?
Yes, thank you for this one. The fact is that we in the HSS, we've been doing lots of great work, contributing each time. We are already in the forum, contribute monthly to support our people, but this is not enough because we in the HSS, we are just a handful while we have hundreds of our people, thousands, millions of our population that is being touched one way or the other. The orphan children, the widows, the wounded, the displaced, those in prisons who, especially in prison, do not even go out. They cannot even make a phone call to ask for somebody to give them even water or salt to cook the rice that they will eat once a day. So we are appealing is for everybody, every born Ambazonians, Ambazonia, every of your friends, your colleague at your job site, for those of us in the diaspora, you speak to your friends, you speak to league, you talk to countries, relatives, you talk to them, connect.
Okay, as we are talking, are you getting me? Okay. Are we there? Dr. Tita, are you there? Is Dr. Tita with us?
Yes, I'm here, Comrade Paul.
Okay, I see already on the comment
Sorry, we
section
keep
there is
getting disconnected.
I see a profile from Anwi. Yeah, technology. We are not. It's not perfect. I see there's on the comment section. Get a lady from Anwi says doctor coordinator. I need your number so as to be part of your friend on that day. So please, I don't know, we have a lot of doctors in the house, but I think we put the name down and we try to get in contact with wanting to support one of the doctors on that day. So I don't know the doctors, but the head doctor in the house will see to this. Okay, I go back to the prisons. Come on, are you getting me? It seems Dr. Fidelis is disconnected. Is there waiting me? Is there anybody getting me?
Yes, we are getting you.
I'm getting you,
The
Comrade
lines are not
Paul.
really the best.
5 on 5.
So please, what do we? So what doctor, let me go one-on-one. We are running up because the lines are not really the best. What are your challenges since you were appointed on the Secretary of State for Social? What are your challenges and what do you have to tell the Ambazonian people on the Amber Heroes Day?
Well, yes, this is a day where we remember those who have sacrificed a lot for us. Some of them have laid down their lives in trying to defend homeland and us all. Those are the people who have paid the sacrifice and whom we honor today, and for whose souls many of them were not ready. If somebody knocks on your door and you go out, you see that somebody, you pick keyhole and you see that somebody is fully armed to the teeth, wants to get at your people, at your family, to kill them, then it is your legitimate right to defend yourself and your family. That's what those do, younger than half my age, who had to defend themselves against a brutal, evil force, just because they opened their mouth to say we want freedom for Ambazonia. And we are here in the diaspora. We do not hear we do not get the bullets flying around our heads. We do not get our house smashed into in the middle of the night, dragged outside and being killed, being made into prison. What we can do is help back home. No. So this is my plea to everybody, to the whole society, Ambazonian society. We should out here, we should talk to each other. We should start building